All right, today's lesson is about vowel-consonant-e. Sometimes people know it as silent E or magic E or sneaky E. But all that you really need to know is that you have a vowel, you have a consonant, and then you have an E at the end of your syllable. So, there are 6 different syllable types. The most common syllable type is the closed syllable. So if you know that one, you can read almost 50% of all the syllables out there, at least close to. After that, you're going to learn about vowel-consonant-e syllables. Now, when we're talking about silent E or magic E or vowel-consonant-e, you need to know that that E at the end of the word has lots of different jobs. There are at least 7 different jobs that E can do. And this is only a partial list, it doesn't have everything. But the most important job, and the job that most people know about for an E, is the first job it does. The most common job for vowel-consonant-e is to make the vowel before the E, before the consonant, say its name. It gives that first vowel in the syllable a long vowel sound, A, E, I, O, or U. So, here's my word, cone. How am I going to spell cone? K-own. I can hear k-o-n. But if I want this O to say O, I have to add on that E at the end. Otherwise, I would have just had the word con. What about this one? I have a picture of a flame. This would just say flam. If I want my A to make the A sound, I have to add that E to the end of the word to make my A say A. Now, like I said, there's lots of jobs for the silent E at the end of a word. The main job is to get that first vowel to say its name, but it can also have some other jobs. And the second job that you're going to notice is it makes a C and a G at the end of a word soft. A soft C doesn't say k, it says s and makes that S sound. A soft G doesn't say g, it says j and makes that J sound. So another job for that silent E at the end is to turn those letters into their soft sounds. So look at this word, price. I want to know, what's the price of that? Well, if I tap it out, I hear p, I, s. So now comes the tricky part. If I want this to say s, I know I'm not just adding an S because I'm not making the word plural. It's not more than one. But to make my I say its name, to make my C say s, I have to add in that E at the end for price. So, there are still more jobs for silent E. You know that CE at the end of a word is going to say S. GE at the end of a word is going to say J because it's making those soft sounds. But did you also know that TH at the end of a word, if you add an E to it, it changes from the unvoiced TH sound to a th, a voiced sound. So, right here, this right now says cloth. But if I'm talking about all these things, when I'm talking about clothes, or I want to clothe my children and make sure they have things to wear, I add the E to the end because that E changes my TH to the th sound, just like in I bathe in a bath. Bath is B-A-T-H, but bathe is B-A-T-H-E. That E is changing my TH's sound. So, there are lots of jobs out there for silent E. The number one job that a silent E does is to make the vowel say its name. But there are other times that silent E has other jobs. It could make C and G soft, like in price. It could make TH say the. There are lots of reasons, but I want to make sure you know that the number one job of a silent E is to make the vowel say its name and to make a long vowel sound. I hope this helps you with your reading and your spelling. Don't forget those silent E's.